Folks, we're coming to you from Ensenada today. This is Crossing South. You know, folks, Ensenada is the port in Baja. This is where goods from around the world arrive to Baja, and this is also where they leave to the rest of the planet. It is the equivalent to California's Long Beach, and that's Ensenada. Let's continue exploring it. Unlike the other border towns in Mexico, which abound with immigrants from the south, Ensenada is a town where you will still find multi-generational local families. The traffic's seldom bad, the weather's cool year-round, and it is easy to fall for Ensenada. You know, this horse and buggy ride is really one of the most relaxed ways to cruise the main boulevard here in the city of Ensenada. Now, Ensenada is considered a city, but it has the heart of a small town. It's really a relaxing town. I really like this place. And today, if you hear that motor sound, is because there's an event going on today. It's the Baja 500 Score International Race, and we're going to take you to it right now. An estimated 40,000 people flock to this event from the US and Canada every single year. The race teams hail from 11 different countries. And we had the privilege of talking to the event's most renowned personalities. We're here with the two main figures of this Baja 500 Score International Race with Robbie Gordon. Robbie, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And with Mr. Salvatore Fish, president of the Score International. So tell us about how the switch over here, Robbie, and what happened? How come you love Baja now and you're racing in these conditions, desert conditions, in these off-road vehicles? Tell us about that.
Well, you know, it's about big races, and Salfish has done a wonderful job building the brand down here of the Baja off-road racing with Score International, and the Baja 500 is one of our biggest races of the year. Even though we race NASCAR, it pops up when you look at viewership and who's paying attention and what demographic there is. Baja pops up. It's like, okay, we need to be down there doing that. And I know the NASCAR's at Kansas this weekend, and you know, I'd like to be there, but I got to be honest, if I had to choose between two, Kansas and Baja, I'm coming here and hanging out with my peeps down here in Baja. You know, I've been coming here for 28 years.
No, the folks back home sitting down and they're going, Robbie, NASCAR and Baja, you're choosing Baja. Tell us about that. How does it satisfy your competitive juices? What has Baja done for you here, the Score International Race?
Well, it's you know, this race is not only about the competitors, but it's about the environment, and it's about survival, and it's different. I mean, you have to have strategy down here. Your strategy is different than what you have in NASCAR. You know, I pull in every mile and a half, I can come back and get a pit stop. Here, you get a flat tire, you get out and change it. How long does it take you? You know, we've got it mastered down. We're under a minute changing a flat tire now, back in the car rolling. You know, the Baja is about racing. It's about having fun. It's about going fast on gravel roads that you don't get to do anywhere else but here.
It's a nice playground, isn't it, Sal?
Well, it is a desert playground for off-road racing. You know, as Robbie mentioned, and again, when you stand here with a person like Robbie Gordon, you realize his life is racing. This is what he does. And you know, a lot of people say to me, "Well, what do you do? Are you a mechanic during the year?" No, I put on 5 races a year. That's my life. 2 in Nevada and 3 in Mexico. And the opportunity that we have here in Baja California, it's nowhere else. As I mentioned, Robbie has competed in NASCAR. He's competed in Dakar, which is a very unique event. Oh, wow. But it's not what Score does in Baja. You know, they stop every day, every night, refix their cars, they do things. This, when the flag drops, this is racing, and you got to get to the finish line.
This is, I call it the Indy 500 of Baja or of Mexico, or the Daytona 500. It is the biggest motorsports event they have all year long, and we're just proud to be part of it.
Well, one can organize any race, and the other one, if it has wheels, you can run it. So there you have it, folks. One of the many reasons to cross south. Thank you for staying with us. Talk to me, how difficult has it been for a Mexican to actually win the Baja 1000?
Well, I really think it's as difficult for anyone to win the Baja 1000. The Baja 1000 is the longest, toughest race that we run all year in the series. So But being so few Mexican teams, there's usually one, sometimes maybe two Mexican trophy trucks. That makes the odds in the other guy's favor.
So the odds are just minimal based on the amount of entries from Mexico in this race. That's what you're saying?
That's correct.
Oh, wow. So now, Tavo, what are some of the challenges that you face when you're riding this grueling race inside of this cockpit? How's it like? Talk to us about it.
Well, running Baja is an adventure, and you're not only competing against yourself, knowing when to push the truck, knowing when to keep back, but also you're competing against some of the best drivers in off-road racing, and you're competing against the course. So there's three variables there that you need to be aware of the whole time, and that's what makes the winning combination. You need to be patient, and you need to know when to attack and when to lay back. So
there's a science to it. I mean, it's not just putting the pedal to the metal. You need to pace yourself and know when to do it.
Absolutely, and that takes the longest amount of time to learn. I mean, when you're young, you think it's about going fast,
Lauren.
yeah, and just run through the desert. But it's about making the truck live as well as about knowing where you can go fast and knowing where you need to go slow. And I think that's what brought us to this Baja 1000 victory and being a smart racer, not being a fast racer.
Folks, we've seen all kinds of vehicles today, trophy cars, many cars that can endure the elements. But surely one of the cars that will be the most fear-inspiring for competitors is the one we see right here, the Chicas off-road car. And we have the driver with us, which is Viri Felix. Nice to meet you, Viri.
Nice to meet you too.
Viri, are you the only female racer today?
No, I am. Well, the Mexican female, yes, but I understand there are two other girls from the U.S.
The two others, huh? But you're the only Mexican one.
Yes.
So talk to me about it. How did you come about with this car? Well, tell me the story behind it. Pink off-road vehicle?
Well, I've been in off-road racing for quite a while, but the last 3 years we decided to put the pink on it, so the people will know there is a female in the car.
You want to eliminate all doubt. If anyone had any doubts that there was a girl racing,
exactly.
You got it. So,
exactly.
Is there anything you want to accomplish in this race today?
Well, yes, this time I will drive the whole 500 miles by myself, so solo driving. And
no co-pilot today, no navigator.
The co-pilot, but no one else helping me in the driving seat. Yes.
Okay.
My dad loves off racing. He started in the 80s, and then my brother, and I didn't want to get behind.
And started taking his little girl, and she caught on, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
So, any expectations? Any place you're hoping to finish in?
Well, first.
Spoken like a true racer, number one. Thank you, Viri. Let's continue exploring. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Gracias. Thank you.
Okay, folks, continuing here with Crossing South, we're here with Mr. Malcolm Smith, a legend in his own right. Mr. Malcolm, thank you for talking to us. Tell us of how has the 500, Baja 500 and 1000 evolved since the heyday.
Unbelievable in the old days. I raced the first Baja 1000 in 1967, and it was so different than it is now. The specialized cars now and the speed everybody's going, and the adventure is still there. Not knowing what's over that blind rise and figuring out where you're going to do. It's a 500-mile course, and there must be 10,000 turns in it, and dips and bumps. And every one you have to figure out what you're going to do quick to get over it as fast as you possibly can without tearing the vehicle up.
And that aspect hasn't changed, has it?
No, it hasn't at all. And the cars, the trophy trucks go 145 miles an hour now.
How many races did you partake in the Baja?
I've raced about 40 Baja 1000s. I won 3 overall on a motorcycle and 3 in the buggy. 3.
And may I ask you how old you are now?
70.
You're 70.
Yep, 70.
And folks, if you could feel it, he's got a kung fu grip when he's out of you. So those races really built up some muscle, Mr. Smith.
Well, I'm still racing motorcycles.
Oh, wow. Next, we moved south of the city to a place that connects its visitors with nature. We're coming to you from Las Cañadas Campground, but I don't think it's an accurate name to just call it campground. There's so many activities to do here, from soccer, basketball, paddle boats, hikes, hanging bridges, and probably the best attraction is the zip lines. Let's go, folks. Juan, thank you for having us here today.
Thank you for coming.
So Juan, tell us about the story of Las Cañadas. You know, I see it, and I see it as a logistical wonderland. It's like you thought of everything. It has electricity for every campsite in the middle of the woods. It has beautiful, efficient bathrooms. It has landscaping. How did you guys come up with this here in Ensenada?
We started 20 years ago, actually, and it all started with a pool and a couple of restrooms.
Just a pool and a restroom.
Just a pool and a restrooms.
So it fortuitously just grew into this organized wonderland.
Yeah, piece by piece. We have 2 architects in charge of this place, of the design of this place. So
okay,
I guess that helps.
I can tell. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I'm really enamored with this place all of a sudden. So we'll get to enjoy some of the activities. Let's have some fun together, all right?
Sure.
That sounds good?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it, my friend.
Let's do it.
Las Cañadas is an ecological oasis with many leisure options, from the passive to the proactive, which is really understating it. Okay. Ground good. Ziplining bad. Against all common sense, we decided to go through the gauntlet. My fear meter right now is at 80%. About to increase and go off the charts. After some basic safety instructions and a pep talk, we were ready to go. Well, sort of. Holy moly.
Just sit down.
Sit down?
Sit down. Ready? Yep. Ready?
Holy smokes.
Ready?
No, I'm not ready! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, after our first zip line ever in life, now we have to go across these hanging bridges. I'm horrible at this stuff, but you know, I seem to be doing it, so let's just see what happens, okay? What did you get me into? And I'm talking to my producer, folks. I'm not talking to you at home, comfortably watching this from your living room. These are actually high tension steel cables. So I feel a little bit better about that, but not a whole lot better. My scare meter right now is at 90%. Only because the height is really not significant. Oh boy. This is called a canopy tour, with each zip line leading to a more challenging hanging bridge. Oh boy. We have to do hike trails. We have to go through hanging bridges. We're climbing right now. I don't know if you noticed, we're climbing. Oh boy, I see that hanging bridge. What? You gotta be kidding me. I'm not going on that thing. Told you. Oh, no way. How am I gonna do that? Nobody falls. My fear meter is at 1,000 right now. Oh, I feel like I'm falling. It was physically exhausting to do this. I was using so many muscles, but more than that, for someone scared of heights, this was a harrowing experience. I do not want to do that again. It was the scariest thing I have ever done. I can't do that anymore. I'm petrified of heights, but sometimes you have to beat your fears, and I can say I went 12 rounds with my fear. I can't say I beat it. Yes, it's very tricky because it's unsteady, and if you step anywhere on the side, it'll flip. So you have to be keeping it steady with your foot. You either put it in the middle of it, and maybe you balance it out by doing like that. But it's constantly shaking. What kind of people go through that bridge?
All kinds of people.
Really?
From a 5-year-old kid to, there was a lady who was 82 years old and she did it.
She didn't fall?
Nope, she didn't.
Oh, man.
82 years old. She has the record of the oldest person who has done the canopy tour with us.
82 years old?
82 years old.
My fear meter is very high. We're in the middle. We're high up in the air. My adrenaline right now is probably off the charts. I'm in survival mode. I will never do this again. If somebody would ask me if I recommend this to people, the answer would be no. But I know there's people who like this, so move.
Congratulations, man. You did it on the last hanging bridge.
Look at that. Oh boy.
And as a reward, now you're gonna fly on our largest zip line for a little bit over half of a kilometer.
Reward is a matter of opinion. Okay, let us see your reward.
Let's do this. It takes about 1 minute and 10 seconds to get from the starting point to the finish point.
Any recommendations while I'm in the middle of that thing?
Yeah, enjoy the ride, enjoy the view.
Let's go. It was almost over. It was time for the catharsis of the experience. Pardon me, sir. Would you happen to have any grape with on? Look, Mom, I'm flying! Whoa! After the thrills of the canopy tour, it was now time to get our excitement from a lower perspective. And one up is the first?
One up is first gear.
Okay, cool. I think I can handle it. Okay, so we're getting ready. We're gonna do some ATVing, and Juan, our generous guide, is gonna take us to the ATV trail, right, Juan?
Sure. That's not the hanging bridges.
Way easier than the hanging bridges. Okay. I like that. Let's go. These are definitely all-terrain vehicles. Wow. I can feel the vibrations. We're going up a hill, unsteady road, very rocky, gravelly, dusty. You know, you didn't feel it was that big a climb until you're up here and you see it. It's really intense. We were all the way down there, and look at how high we came in just a short amount of time. You don't feel it while you're climbing one of these. Is this the modern equivalent of a horseback ride. Wow, you can just feel it. It's a workout. It's exciting. It's exciting to be on this thing. I'm eating quite some dust, but that's cool. I think by now it's obvious I'm not the most outdoorsy person, and I have City Slicker written all over me. But I really enjoyed this very much. You have to do this, not just from your living room. You have to do this. A lot of fun. Let's continue exploring. As fun as that was, and all the other activities we engaged in, Las Cañadas still had something special in store for me. Okay, so we're standing in line in what is arguably the fastest water slide in Baja. My producer has retrofitted me with a couple of cameras so you get to see all the action when I slide down. And we have a couple of folks here from, where are you guys from?
Orange County.
Orange County, all the way from Orange County driving down here. So what brings you to Las Cañadas?
We come camping every year.
Every year? So it's a habitual thing. You come with family, with friends?
Friends, both.
All the above? and you guys aren't scared of going on this water slide?
No, it's fun.
You done it before?
Yesterday was the first time you went on.
Any tips for me? It's my first time.
Cross your arms and close your eyes.
Well, I won't be able to cross my arms, so I'll have this big bulky thing. Hope I don't smash my face. So stay tuned, folks. We're going down now. Well, bullet in the chamber. Time to squeeze the trigger. Man, that's fast and funny. Oh. Las Cañadas truly is a fun place for the entire family. One of the many places in Baja we thoroughly enjoy. Okay, we've had a great time at Las Cañadas. Let's see what else Ensenada has to offer. Moving back into the city, we decided to stroll to the Mercado Negro, the black market, which is the name of the local fish market. I'm here with Oscar Sainz. He is one of the filleters here in the fish market, the black market, as they call it here in Ensenada. What kind of fish do you catch here in the fish market?
Curvina, barracuda fresca acaba de llegar.
Curvina, barracuda?
Swordfish.
Swordfish. This is barracuda, right?
This is barracuda.
Look at the barracuda. Look at the teeth there.
¿Cuál es la white sea bass?
White sea bass.
Chipper.
Chipper?
Chipper.
Chipper. Not the most handsomest fish, but pretty interesting. Yeah.
Sí.
You catch this in Ensenada here
Sí.
off the bay?
Sí.
Okay. Which is the specialty here?
Es el cazón, es el
Cazón. That's like a shark.
Shark.
Shark, right?
Shark es lo que más sigue la gente, pues es shark.
Cazón. Is that shark right there?
Shark.
It's a thresher shark. Okay. Okay. Oh, scaly. Wow. Look at that. Look at how. It's like sandpaper going one way, smooth as a baby going the other. Okay. Okay, so he showed me how to fillet a fish and showed me, quote unquote, this is really sharp. Okay, let's see if I can. People at home are going to tell that I'm just like not made to do this, but I'm going to try. Okay, so is this the angle?
Agarras salgado así.
Oh, that's okay. Well, he already did it for me, but I'll try it anyway. Okay. And then, as you can see, folks, my trade is not fish filleting, but I do get an A for effort. Wow. Am I really filleting a fish right now? Okay. I think I'm doing it. And I just rip it out like that?
Okay.
Like that?
Okay.
And now I grab it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, is there any difference between these two fillets? Rookie, expert, okay? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Fishy hands now.
You can find maps and information about the places you just saw, or you may order a copy of this program on DVD at CrossingSouth.com. We also do Facebook. This program was brought to you by
the Tijuana Convention and Visitors Bureau, providing tourist information through our Tijuana Travel Guide iPhone app with a directory of businesses, places of interest, maps, and videos of Tijuana, available at the App Store in English and Spanish.
And also brought to you by